Welcome to Top Nations Today, your daily global roundup. In this episode, we bring you the top 5 news stories from the 15 most influential countries shaping our world. Let's dive into the headlines. Australia. 1. RBA advances Project Acacia, real money testing of wholesale CBDC across live use cases, signaling a shift toward future-proof financial systems. 2. Pilot expands to include stablecoins, bank tokens, and commercial deposits, indicative of deeper interest in digital monetary infrastructure. 3. ASIC grants regulatory relief for CBDC trials, industry participants now more actively engaged under official oversight. 4. RBA maintains 3.85% cash rate, surprising markets, though economists still expect a cut in August to sustain growth. 5. Anti-Semitism report recommends university funding cuts and deportations, prompting concern over academic freedom and social tensions. Canada. 1. TSX futures climb on trade optimism, investors' confidence grows as US-Canada discussions show progress. 2. Canada fast-tracks ASEAN trade negotiations, diversifying markets beyond America. 3. Global markets jitter amid Trump's tariff threats, Canada braces as export uncertainty intensifies. 4. Canadian exporters watch China's tariff stance, alert to potential ripple effects in bilateral trade. 5. Canada Goose stake sale stirs sector volatility, Bain Capital's exit plans reverberate through boutique brands. China. 1. China warns of retaliation over new U.S. tariffs, markets brace for ripple effects in tech and EV sectors. 2. Shanghai regulators weigh stablecoin policies, China's path to digital currency continues. 3. Industry voice cautions against illegal stablecoin fundraising, fraud risk puts investors on alert. 4. JD.com and Ant Group lobby for offshore yuan stablecoins, major fintech firms push digital yuan expansion. 5. Flood evacuations in southwestern China exceed 10,000, monsoon season brings renewed weather challenges. France. 1. Political turbulence sidelines France in EU markets, deficit woes may spark calls for early elections. 2. Nestlé's Paris office raided in bottled water probe, regulators targeting filtration irregularities. 3. Budget unease fuels speculation of snap elections, public unrest grows over spending priorities. 4. Patrouille de France rehearsals signal patriotic energy ahead of Bastille Day. 5. UK and France prep joint asylum policy at Macron-Starmer summit, seeking to manage channel crossings. Germany. 1. Berlin may add 3 F-127 frigates, boosting naval strength within NATO frameworks. 2. SEFE inks 3-year LNG deal with UAE's ADNOC diversifying energy sources amid gas concerns. 3. Auto supplier ZF plans cuts as production slows, cost control tops industry's priorities. 4. Inflation eases to 2.0% in June, ECB gains room to maintain current rates. 5. Exporters resist U.S. trade deal, demand better protections for key technologies. India. 1. TCSQ1 earnings miss expectations, share prices dip as weak global IT demand drags. 2. Rupee tumbles amid tariff fears, currency drops to 85.7, potentially pressuring inflation. 3. Reliance turns focus toward petrochemicals, plan to counter Chinese market dominance. 4. Tesla to open first Mumbai store, signaling the beginning of high-profile EV entry. 5. SmartWorks co-working IPO fully subscribed, reflecting rising interest in hybrid workspaces. Israel. 1. Israeli airstrike kills at least 10 children near Gaza clinic, international calls for de-escalation intensify. 2. Hamas claims to have shot down Israeli drone, IDF confirms loss of equipment. 3. Qatar mediators withdraw, stalling ceasefire talks, efforts to halt violence hang in the balance. 4. Mass protests ignite in Tel Aviv over military exemptions, social tensions rise domestically. 5. IDF reports Hezbollah, testing red lines, escalatory activity along northern border. Italy. 1. Italy set to exit EU deficit procedure by 2026, early compliance could reinforce fiscal stability. 2. Farmer protests erupt over EU pesticide bans, warnings that crop yields may suffer. 3. Milan heatwave reaches 42 degrees Celsius, health services brace for impact. 4. Rome hosts Libya Peace Summit, calls for transparency in oil revenue governance. 5. Italy ramps up naval patrols in Mediterranean, response to migrant influx and security concerns. Japan. 1. MUFG to enter U.S. securitization market, expanding global banking footprint. 2. June core inflation slows, BOJ gains breathing room amid tariff uncertainty. 3. Japan resumes beef exports to China, boost to bilateral trade relations. 4. PM Ishiba urges reduced U.S. reliance, growing focus on economic self-sufficiency. Russia. 1. Ukrainian drones kill 2 near Moscow, drone warfare enters new escalation phase. 2. Mixed diplomatic tone, but cautiously hopeful, Moscow sees positive signs in U.S. outreach. 3. Fuel export revenue drops 14%, Russia seeks alternative energy alliances. 4. Agri-export incentives introduced, aimed at reviving wheat shipments. 5. Lavrov to visit North Korea, boosting diplomatic ties with Pyongyang. Saudi Arabia. 1. Oil prices rise on potential Russia sanctions, OPEC Plus members respond to uncertainty. 2. Saudi oil exports to China reach 2-year high, Aramco fortifies key economic relationships. 3. Aramco negotiating LNG agreement in U.S. expanding into broader global gas markets. 4. Hajj pilgrimage surpasses 2 million, faith event held smoothly after recent heatwaves. 5. OPEC Plus urges quota compliance, emphasis on production discipline amid mixed member performance. South Korea. 1. U.S. Korea-Japan. Air drill held with B-52 bomber, regional defense cooperation strengthens. 2. U.S. seeks Korean support to counter China in shipbuilding sector. 3. Korean air cargo revenue dips amid tariffs, logistics sector under pressure. 4. Macquarie plans Korea gas sales in late July, investor focus on energy infrastructure. 5. Seoul unveils national AI export plan, beginning a push to lead technologically. Turkey. 1. Hundreds of opposition figures detained in corruption crackdown, Erdogan consolidates political power. 2. PKK hands over weapons in Iraq ceremony, possible sign of de-escalation. 3. Ankara-Islamabad defense and energy talks convened, expanding regional strategy. 4. Markets watch lira at 40.15, local economy shows early signs of stabilization. 5. 4 opposition mayors arrested, part of a broader political purge. United Kingdom. 1. FTSE falls on weak GDP data amid trade tensions, investor caution grows. 2. Sterling dips as growth stalls, increasing speculation of bow easing. 3. Warehouse right backs Blackstone bid, potential shakeup in logistics sector. 4. Temporary housing at record high, single-parent families affected significantly. 5. Utility AI unit audit raises cost concerns, analysts flag long-term risk. United States. 1. U.S. slaps 35% tariff on Canada, hints at more, economic friction intensifies with trade partners. 2. Dollar strengthens amid global tariff fears, safe haven currency pressure grows. 3. Google to cut U.S. government cloud prices, competitive bid in public sector services. 4. Trump visits Texas flood zone, spotlight on federal versus local disaster response. 5. Zelensky urges U.S. Senate for stronger Ukraine support, air defense systems top the agenda. That's your global briefing for today. Like, subscribe, and join us tomorrow for another round of worldwide updates, only on Top Nations Today.